we are live now in YouTube and LinkedIn. And hello to everyone who is here in the Zoom session for the next InnMind VC Shark Tank or pitching session, crypto-related session today, where we have a bunch of amazing venture capital investors, professional VCs from crypto, DeFi, and NFT sector, and 10 pre-selected really great startups. They are on different levels. All of them are raising private funding right now before the public sale or IDO. All of them are raising tokenized investments. For some of them, it is really the very first pitch to VCs. So please, guys from investor side, I ask you to be kind and don't hesitate at the same time to share your feedback and to ask tough questions if you have some. And Weld Money, please stop sharing your screen right now. I will give you the mic when it is your turn. Thank you very much. And as usually, I suggest that we start with the brief self-introductions from the investor side. I give you the mic and you introduce your VC company and the core investment focus. So what do you want to share in order for everyone to understand with what kind of startups to approach you? And I want to give the word to one of the regular participants of our VC Shark Tanks, Tracy, she managing partner from Waterdrip Capital. Tracy?
Thank you very much, Nelly, for having me today. Waterdrip Capital was founded 4 years ago in 2017, and we have two business lines. One is mining business. We mine Bitcoin and also storage coins, for example, Filecoin, Chia, and Crust. And also we made nodes for our investees like Casper Labs, Mina, and Swarm. And we have already invested more than 100 different projects. At the very beginning, it's cross-chain concept like Polkadot and Cosmos and Aerosnite. And from last year, we focused on DeFi, NFT, and Polkadot eco. And this year, we expanded to Avalanche ecosystem and also Solana and also GameFi, the very popular area nowadays. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tracy. That is how you can do it, laconic and very efficient. Thanks a lot. And to continue with investors from China, I want to give the word to Charlie Hu, head of LucidBlue Ventures and also head of Polygon China. Charlie?
Thank you, Nelly. Yeah, thank you, everybody. This is Charlie, currently based in Shanghai, leading the Polygon ecosystem in China. Previously was one of the main chief evangelists for Polkadot in China, being the main translator and interpreter for Yavin and Web3 Foundation guys. So LucidBlue, we have been actively investing and advising a lot of projects since 2018. And so far, we helped like a lot of projects list on quite some good exchanges, including Huobi, Binance, and some other second-tier exchanges. And we have the very hands-on ecosystem building approach, being the the leader for the ecosystem in China. We have like quite a good overview about how the ecosystem is evolving, and leading the Polygon side, but also I'm pretty hands-on in helping other projects to do multi-chain strategy. So kind of know a lot from the BSC, Hacko, Avalanche, Solana, some others, and so trying to be kind of the bridge to helping a lot of the Western projects kind of entering the Asia communities. And focus right now is a lot on the GameFi space, the Web3 gaming. Being a gamer myself, almost 20 years, we have been actively talking to a lot of the gaming companies, especially some new ones with very strong traditional gaming backgrounds. So, and also a lot of the new type of NFT 2.0 projects. I feel like, in our opinion, NFT is much more than just the collectibles. So definitely looking forward to some kind of new solution in the NFT space. And yeah, looking forward to the pitch tonight. Thank you.
Perfect, Charlie. Thanks a lot. Both Tracy and Charlie invested in a lot of startups from InnMind network. So I'm super happy to see both of you here. And since you touched the topic of gaming startups, I want to give the word to the new joiner of our pitching sessions, on Yavin from Cointelligence fund, focused specifically on gaming. on.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. Yes, as mentioned, we recently decided to focus our investments on the play-to-earn concept that I am personally very excited about, since I'm an ex-heavy gamer myself. Just as a brief introduction, I've been an angel investor for more than 15 years. I've mentored and advised hundreds of startups over the years. 4 years ago, I decided to join the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. I started Cointelligence. We started as a research company, analyzed more than 1,000 blockchain and crypto companies by now. In 2019, we established Cointelligence Academy to provide online and offline education for blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And early this year, we started Cointelligence Fund. We mainly invested in everything around DeFi. And as mentioned, now we're focusing on play-to-earn projects, and I'm looking forward to see the projects that we'll be presenting today.
We have a couple of these today pitching, and I really very much cross my fingers in order to make deals afterwards and create a pipeline for you. Thanks for joining on.
Thank you.
And I want to give the word right now to another new participant of our pitching sessions from investor side, Blake Finucane from Pluto Digital Assets. Blake.
Hi, thanks, Nelly. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Blake. I represent Pluto Digital. We're based in London in the UK. I, though, am based in Vancouver in Canada. We are a crypto technology and operations company. We also like to partner and invest in really innovative businesses, particularly on the DeFi side of things. We are moving a lot of our investment focus as well to the play to earn gaming sector, of course, as we're just seeing so much growth and opportunity there. But also really looking to incubate businesses. And when we do invest, we're really focused on long-term holds, actively working with our clients and our portfolio companies, and making sure that they really get the support they need, whether that's in marketing, whether that's on the tech side, whether that's on the social side, whatever it is, we're really looking to actively support our companies no matter what they need, and really make sure that they're a huge success.
Amazing.
I'm really excited to see the companies and to kind of hear what everyone has to say.
Thanks a lot, Blake. Great introductions and great added value that you bring on the table. Jonathan, I want to give the word to Moonrock Capital managing partner, Jonathan Habicht, who is also quite regularly attending our sessions.
Thank you, Nelly. Yeah, I'll try to keep it as short and as efficient as the other guys. So yeah, Moonrock Capital, we started this company 3 years ago, I think, between me and my two partners, Simon and Alex. As we heard from other investors in this market, I think you can't really just focus on one thing. You have to have your eyes and ears open in all directions. And that's what we've been doing for the last 3 years, starting with a lot of Polkadot things that we did, moving into DeFi. And recently, of course, a lot of gaming and NFT things. Trying to focus a lot on Solana as well. This is what we think will be one of the bigger things over the next couple of months. So next to gaming and NFTs, of course, yeah, Moonrock itself, we're trying to be as hands-on as possible, working with projects as closely as possible, starting as early as possible, yeah, and really helping them to shape their projects into something that can become successful long-term, and yeah, helping out with basically everything a project, especially in the first stage of its life cycle, could need. Yeah, that's what we do, and I'm really looking forward to this session today.
Thank you, Jonathan. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you are together with Waterdrip. Moonrock is one of the eldest from today's session, eldest funds. Oh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I mean, we and Waterdrip invested in multiple projects over the last year, I think. So there's a very good connection between us, and I think that will continue in the future as well. So
perfect. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. And I want to give the word to Ben Middleton from Ascensive Asset Management. And by the way, Ascensive, Ben's colleague Oliver Blakey was, I think, the very first crypto VC who was joining our sessions and helping us to build this network. Very grateful for this. So Ben, please introduce your focus.
Thank you. Yeah, you do great work. Ascensive is a private investment firm founded in 2019, focused on the digital asset space. We tend to invest in the earliest rounds when other VCs have maybe passed on those opportunities, and they come running back later on. So yeah, we don't really have a set thesis in what we invest in. We're quite open to projects and new ideas, and really look to back good teams that maybe have been around in the space a while. Maybe they built something just because they saw a need for it, and there was no one else doing that specific niche. So yeah, that's us.
Perfect. And yeah, I wish we could spend more time learning about VCs today here, because you have also great portfolios, each of you, and great success stories. But unfortunately, we are limited with time for only short introductions. And right now, I want to give the word. I don't see in the list, but hope you are here. Rob Chan from 4SV Ventures. Rob?
I don't think Rob is here. We're very good friends. Yeah.
Okay, Tom Schwartz from DeFi Capital, he sends his deepest apologies, but he still faces some internet problems right now, so he will try to join a little bit later. Meanwhile, he will definitely watch the recordings and connect with the founders according to the pitches. And I want to give the word to Ralf Gerteis from Scaleswap IDO launchpad, and Ralf is also investing in startups as angel investor. Ralf?
Thank you very much for having me. My name is Ralf, co-founder and CEO of Scaleswap. We call ourselves the first fair IDO launchpad, a pretty bold sentence, but we have certain new ways, let's say, how we tackle pool distribution and how we foster a real loyal community. We also firmly believe that we offer the most tailored services to the startups and projects that come to Scaleswap. We do a very thorough due diligence. We have a pretty deep analysis of the ventures. And at the end, we also tailor services. This is maybe the first time that we release that in public, but we also do acceleration services for a selected circle. But the capacities are naturally limited because also the whole management team is involved when we do accelerate, let's say, a venture. Finally, we are also investing in selected startups. And we are, this is also one reason for being here. But on the other hand, it's also a chance for a certain fast path in getting into our pipeline. In this great format, which is, as always, excellently moderated by Nelly.
Oh, thank you, Ralf. Thanks a lot for these warm words. And yes, many of the founders here today can go later and apply for the IDO on Scaleswap Launchpad. So I hope I didn't forget any of the investors today. If I did, ping me, kick me, and I will correct my mistake. But right now, everyone wants, I think, to listen to the startups. And I want to give the word to the first startup. But before, the short reminder for entrepreneurs, 5 minutes maximum, please describe your project within 5 minutes. The shorter, the better. Then we have more time for Q&A with investors. Don't forget to share your presentation while you are pitching. And be confident and don't worry so much. So the first one, the company Capscoin, it is gaming play-to-earn startup with roots in Russia. And I think we have here Michael Rizanov and Vladislav Pestrikov. Michael will be presenting. Michael, are you ready?
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Please start sharing your screen.
All right. I hope you guys having a good day.
Thank you, very sweet of you. And I will send here in the messenger just for the convenience, the links to the startup profiles of those who are pitching. So, Michael, stage is yours.
Hang on.
5 minutes.
Again, hi everyone, nice to have you here. I would like to introduce Capscoin, the blockchain startup that bridges the video games industry and NFT technologies. And I'm here with my team of industry experts to present our project in gaming and NFT space. So currently we have like 3 NFT play-to-earn games in development, along with the blockchain-based gaming platform that is going to have its own cryptocurrency, Capscoin, where the users will be able to purchase the in-game NFTs and also to convert their NFTs into the multifunctional game objects to use them across the games on the platform. So Capscoin Metaverse ecosystem is the platform where users can play games, connect to each other, and monetize their NFTs. We're also open for game developers to publish their own games on the Capscoin platform on the revenue share model. So what is Caps? So Caps, it's an NFT game object the user can interact with in the games. The users will be able to battle in PvE and PvP, upgrade, earn, trade, rent. They also can convert the NFT collection into the game objects, including digital and physical copies. So the game progress is recorded and stored on the blockchain using NITC protocol. Caps is a new type of the blockchain object that uses game data to increase liquidity. So basically, the more successful caps in the game, the more liquidity it gets. And the longer the token is used in the games, the higher its market price. The variety of caps leasing mechanics allow the users to receive additional value even in offline mode. Now, caps it and play to earn. This is a unique ability where users will be able to transform the NFTs into the game object. The users will be given a simple interface to choose and convert their own NFTs into the game object with the preferred parameters. The platform's revenue will be shared as reward to the end user for playing the games, and with the game developers using the revenue share model. Our platform is metaverse ready. So Caps is a multi-platform game object, and it works with the cross-blockchain technologies. We are offering the competitive solutions to the existing problems on the market. The mass adoption and gamifications, it is a possibility to convert NFTs into the Caps to use in games and open additional opportunities for monetization. We are expert in the game development and NFT space, so we know the best formula to provide high quality in-game experience to the end users. And last, we try and we want to break the barrier to bring non-crypto users to the blockchain world and provide the transparent interface to enter the game. In our pipeline, so there is games that we're currently working on, and one of them is a Kryptonites. It's going to be a Capscoin platform game. We also have a collaboration project which is called Bulls and Bears with a NITC. And that's going to be a showcase how the caps can be used outside the Capscoin platform. And one more game that we have in the pipeline is a Catverse. That's also going to be a Capscoin platform game as well. So the September and October is going to be a tough month for us. And this is where we're going to start our marketing campaign. And as a part of it, we're going to run out our own event, which is called a NFT Week. It's going to be a week of where the participant can be sharing their knowledge. And then we're also going to attract developers and the marketing experts. That's going to be with a coverage over like 10,000 users. And in addition, we're looking to offer the grants for the indie games developers with the partner support. By looking at the roadmap, so we plan to release the first product in October, and we also looking into to get and distribute 10,000 caps to the market by the end of the year. So we are really proud to say that it is our first private round, and you are more than welcome to be our first guest here. Our team is exceptional hands-on team of industry experts. They're experts in video game development, the crypto and NFT space, marketing and digital domain, and also digital art. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm finished.
Thank you, Michael. You are perfectly in time. And yeah, great job. Michael is from Australia, so it is deep night there. And it was also his first pitch to VCs. So waiting for your questions and feedback. Please don't hesitate. Come on.
Hey, Mikhail. Thanks for the presentation. Just want to ask how you plan to distribute the kind of NFTs in the game to begin with.
Yeah, so we are planning to have like a pre-sale of NFTs, which is going to be distributed through the website that we're going to launch. And also it's going to be airdrop with the limited edition NFTs for beta version of the game as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I have a question. Can you elaborate a little bit further what it means that you are capsing an NFT?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yes, that's a good question. And I'm happy to demonstrate how it's actually supposed to be working. So let's say you have your digital copy of your NFT, which probably in the shape of the image. So all you just need to caps it. So you convert it to the cap, and that cap will be packed with the let's call it frame, and that element called caps, and that's going to be your item in the game, like a game object. So that can be you can complete your missions, you can battle using that. It's basically your character in the game that you're going to be interacting with and collect in the game. So that image shows you the depth of the possibilities, how you actually can transform your, let's say, a beginner cap into something bigger, to getting more like patches, rewards, bonuses, limited type bonuses. And that's unlimited opportunities to upgrade it, and of course to increase the liquidity of your asset.
And it's still, but is it then also still an NFT, but a different, and which type of NFT? A special type or the standard?
So in a nutshell, basically the NFT that, let's say, you have in hands can kind of take the second life of it and just be a part of the game or games on the platform. Mm-hmm. So it's basically additional opportunity to use that NFT and kind of monetize it and increase the liquidity of that asset. So that can be anything, basically. Even if you have let's say a physical copy, that can be kind of like a digitalized into the image, let's say, and then also can be capped in the caps.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? On, it's your domain. Why are you keeping silence?
Yes, actually, I was about to click the button. So thank you for the presentation. I wanted to ask you a few questions. One, you mentioned that you're releasing something in October. And you did mention on your presentation that you are building one game and you're planning to build another game. Can you elaborate on what exactly are you releasing in October?
It's going to be Bulls and Bear project.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be probably the first showcase how actually caps can be used outside the platform. So basically, it's kind of unlimited option to use that cap across the market. So it doesn't mean that it's only be applicable to the Capscoin platform. So it's basically unified form of the NFT can be used anywhere.
Understood. Thank you. And you mentioned that you're going to start the marketing soon. Can you elaborate a little bit more about your marketing strategy or anything specific that you're going to do beside the weekly event that you mentioned?
Yeah. So we're preparing a massive campaign for social media, and with the famous local video bloggers. That's kind of our main focus, to create a community, because it's a very active community in that space. Along with this, we also have a website which will have any information available and the roadmap of the coming releases, and also closed and open beta versions as well. And of course, there will be a few events that we're going to be holding to kind of attract the leaders from the market and share knowledge. And also we are working with the digital artists as well. So this is something, that direction we're looking at, to get and attract the people who can actually draw and get royalty from that kind of space, and sell, not to sell, but to provide the digital work and get some royalty from it, as well as once the caps will be distributed.
Understood. Thank you for that. I have two more questions for you. One, you showed us on the presentation the team. I noticed it's a pretty big team, and I wanted to ask you, everyone is or going to work full-time as soon as you raise the fund?
Yeah, we're already fully dedicated team now.
Oh, so everyone mentioned on this slide is already full-time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Nice, very nice. And one last question, going back to the marketing that you mentioned, specifically about your CMO, does he have experience with promoting and marketing a crypto project? I'm not asking about specifically play to earn, I'm asking about crypto.
Yes, as you can see, he has that experience. The marketing for crypto projects is expert marketing specialist and segmental. Think of digital.
Okay. Thank you for the answers.
Yeah, anytime.
Thank you, On. Thank you, Michael. Michael, you did a great job. Even though it is your first pitch, you did it really good. Thank you very much for your good job. I'm sure that other investors also have questions, but they can be addressed privately. And just a reminder, guys, this is not the pitching competition. This is deal origination event. So all the new investors and all the old ones already know that. You have all the access to the pipeline from today. Let me know with whom you want to follow up to discuss the deal privately, and I will immediately make introduction right after this session. So I will be pinging you, reminding you, and expecting to receive your feedback. And founders, of course, will receive the introductions once investor wants to talk to you. Thank you, Michael. And I want to invite the next speaker today. He's from UK, Mark Blinder, co-founder of Aura Network, which is the startup in the sector of digital ID. Mark.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, everyone. Thanks for the time today. I'm here representing the Open Rights Exchange blockchain. We have a, whoa, hang on. Are you seeing the slide?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting some weird screen stuff. Okay. So what is OR, as we call it, the Open Rights Exchange? It's a blockchain solely focused on decentralized identities, assets, and access rights. It's something like a layer 1.5 solution. We don't have dApps on our blockchain. We have an identity standard that plugs into many different blockchains, really focused on interoperability. And unlike other chains and other solutions out there, OR connects Web 2.0 identities to accounts on multiple blockchains for maximum ease of use for consumers. It's really like a single sign-on for cross-chain interoperability. The Open Rights Foundation created the OR blockchain, really works with blockchain projects to expand their markets and grow their ecosystem. Right, so there's a partnership with Algorand through their foundation. We've worked with EOS project, we've worked with Ethereum projects, and our mission has always been spreading mass adoption of blockchain. And our products are engineered to basically spread mass adoption by moving Web 2.0 users onto public blockchains, and doing that using this kind of single sign-on approach that's very consumer friendly. And that's called ORID if you're Googling us later. We think this is a better approach than it has been taken in the past for solving this mass adoption problem, because most blockchain identity projects in the past have tried to create a totally new form of ID. My heart is with them. I hope they all succeed in creating these truly self-sovereign identities. We feel that we are a needed bridge for what will someday happen, where the government will recognize a public key as a sign of who you are as an individual someday, right? Until then, what's used on the internet are these kind of centralized identities. Your Facebook, Google, Apple, folks like that is really the standard. Your email address or the standard of internet identity. But there's a fundamental business model issue there. It is not safe to have any one company owning identity on the internet. And many would argue it's not safe to have 3 companies owning identity on the internet. We believe OR really has an opportunity to be the kind of happy medium between these two approaches, where it is decentralized, it's an open source blockchain, it's nonprofit, anyone can use it, so it is not a monopoly player. At the same time, it's got the ease of use of logins that people are used to, and it has this sort of immediately useful onboarding experience. So we really focus on B2B tools rather than trying to convince an individual consumer that they want to try a new decentralized ID. We work primarily with businesses to help them adopt public blockchains. So this is a sample. We've actually got more companies since this slide was made, but this is a sample of projects building on the OR blockchain. And so for those who don't know, Republic is America's most prolific crowdfunding platform. They're using ORID to launch tokenized equities for their platform, although also other things. Alliance Block is doing decentralized capital markets. Meld is tokenized gold. It was spun out of one of Australia's largest gold, I believe one of their largest kind of vertically integrated gold concerns. And so it's like tokenized gold with a lot of real gold in vaults behind it. We also have other projects, mostly we have these kind of DeFi finance use cases, but we do have we're working with Red Fox, which is a NFT gaming. We are just announced a partnership with Liquid, which is another NFT gaming platform. Authentium is tokenized supply chain to track food, farm to table, that type of thing. AI market is AI models, right? So it's widely applicable technology, but primarily we're being used for DeFi and NFT use cases where the ease of use is extremely important. And just to show what that looks like, here's Republic, one of our most notable customers here. And what you see is that you don't have to go to the OR website or.network, or ID, anything like that as a consumer, you log into Republic just like you always have in the past using your Web 2.0 identity. But now all of a sudden you have a wallet on a blockchain that can receive these tokenized equity. In the case of the Republic Note, that's on Algorand, but they'll also be using it to distribute, Ethereum tokens and tokens on a host of other blockchains in the long run. And so we're really all about that ease of use and that cross-chain interoperability. And at the core, the Aura network is really this sort of registry of public keys where a user can own the top level one, and then underneath that are public keys on a variety of different blockchains that they can own and control, but all done privacy protecting. There's no personal information put on chain. How many, do I have time for the roadmap? I think that's it, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
No, that's great. No, that's it. And we've got our decentralized team spread all over the world, 14 people working on it right now.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Mark, for this presentation. And I think other points could be covered within the Q&A with investors. So I welcome VCs right now to ask questions or share feedback if you want.
Hey, Mark, can you tell us a bit about the roadmap?
Sure. So I think, today we have, this Aura ID project and Aura Vault, which is the multi-sig version. So Aura ID is more single sig for consumers. Aura Vault is multi-sig for mostly for like treasuries or like teams, investment funds that are managing digital assets. The roadmap going forward is primarily focused on two things. One is cross-chain interoperability, right? So adding more and more blockchains. We have an open source standard called Chain.js that helps us launch multiple blockchains really quickly and lets other people participate in that because it's open source. And so, yeah, that's the most important thing, is the kind of cross-chain. And then the other thing is white label kind of integrations with these centralized businesses in the finance vertical primarily, but also some of the gaming vertical and NFTs. And so we're really focused on driving blockchain adoption through existing applications that people already use every day and making that transition as smooth as possible and as seamless as possible so that these companies can have the confidence to embrace this new technological change. And at the same time, the end consumer can have ownership of their digital wallet, true ownership of their assets, the ability to move between vendors, things like that.
Good. Any other questions from VCs? Yeah, I see
Mark.
that.
Thanks for the presentation. In the investment opportunity, is it like equity or is it tokens or both?
Yeah, so what we're talking about today are Aura tokens. And so the token is basically used, it's a utility token that's used to store identities in the chain, right? So if a company wants to put 100,000 accounts on the blockchain today, they need to get a bunch of tokens to do that. If they want to do 1 million next year, they need 10 times as many tokens to add those additional identities. And this is all described in the white paper, of course. And so primarily our tokens are being purchased by kind of utility users of the system, companies that want to use it. But obviously there's also folks like yourselves that are participating in the private sale right now.
Okay. Have you looked at a project called Bright ID? And if so, like, how would you say you compare to them?
To be honest, I haven't seen Bright ID, and so I couldn't tell you, but I'm happy, if we follow up, I'm happy to look it up and give you my thoughts.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, and
sorry.
Please. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I have a few questions. The first one is, are you a public protocol?
Yes. Yeah, so anyone could build on the Aura blockchain. It's been live for 2 years now, with continuous uptime and different companies building on it along the way. We have a decentralized set of block producers spread all over the world. So there's 21 BPs at any given time. And yeah, so even though, we don't want to be a centralized gateway to it, right? We want it to be open for anyone.
So your Auro ID should be decentralized. How about the KYC? Is that a compulsory requirement or not?
No, there's we always tell every project we talk to, especially in the finance space, about this. Like, we will help them plug in whatever KYC vendor they prefer, but there's no barrier for a user owning an OR account using OR ID, right? As an individual user, anyone should be able to have public keys. They should have the convenience of holding keys from multiple blockchains with one authentication, we believe. But we also know that the regulatory world is extremely important to the long-term adoption of blockchain. And so we are actually working on with some projects on plugging into kind of portable KYC for the future.
That means if you integrate with a certain other protocol or maybe exchanges, they actually have compulsory KYC, and so it will be linked to this Auro ID. And when this Auro ID actually use other servers doesn't require KYC, you will remove this record, don't disclose at all.
So the way we envision this working, this is a great question, right? Because it solves a huge usability problem in the industry, right? Everyone needs to get KYC'd again and again and again. And so we're actually working with one of our partners on a sort of basically an on-chain proof linked to your public key that a given KYC provider has KYC'd you at a certain time. And that would then allow other projects to trust that, right? So if you have this, okay, this very famous KYC provider that people rely on has KYC'd me as a let's say an Ethereum wallet, for example, another exchange could say, oh, well, we trust that KYC provider. We're going to respect this on-chain proof, even though we haven't seen the passport for this user, for example. But that's up to their own team, what they feel is legally compliant and like what data they need. But they could still use ORID either way. And so, for example, with Republic, what happens is when you log in, you are presented with like various KYC questions. After you're KYC'd, then ORID creates the wallet for you. So in that case, they know all the ORID wallets they're dealing with have been KYC'd, but we don't perform the KYC. They use their already legally approved KYC vendor, if that makes sense.
That means if a person wants to be completely stay anonymous, they shouldn't use Auro ID to many KYC compulsory exchanges or other applications.
No, because none of that personal data is ever put on the blockchain, right? So you would still be known on the ORID, like you would just be known as a public key on chain. So there's no privacy violation for the user.
Okay.
I'll log in with my own account. And so you could actually see, because we're very concerned about privacy. So one of the things we do is we actually allow each app that you interact with gets a new public key for you that's linked to your owner key. So Mark Blinder as a user might have used a bunch of different apps with a bunch of different public keys, but these apps can't cross-correlate me because they don't know that I've used one public key for one app and a different public key for another app.
How many users do you have right now?
So it's I guess if you mean like end consumers, or do you mean like businesses building on top of it?
I mean to the individual users.
So the individual users, it's around 40,000 that have used it so far. But the way we measure success is actually around the businesses adopting it, because that's our strategy, is get businesses that are going to move hundreds of thousands of users to fully integrate it, rather than trying to go one user at a time and convince them.
I see. Well, I see your project actually launched in 2017. That means 4 years ago. Did you ever do any fundraising before?
So we have not done any like public token sales or anything like that. We did have some seed, some venture funding, equity funding for in the US-based VCs. You know, we have a pretty experienced team, and so we do a lot of California venture capitalists, and that's kind of the approach we took in the early days. And then now we're trying to decentralize the project more and more, and hence we're going to offer a public offering of tokens on various platforms later this month. And in between, we've done some private sales of tokens.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Mark. I think the rest questions could be addressed privately because we need to move forward. Mark, thanks a lot. Great pitch.
No, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for the time, everyone.
Over 70 people are watching us in YouTube, and they are asking questions in the live chat, but I need to say sorry to those who are watching us live right now, because we will not have time to address your questions, guys. So leave them in the comments and we will come back afterwards. After the session. And I want to give the word right now to another startup, Weld Money, startup from Ukraine. It is DeFi payment system. And we have here co-founder Alexey Bobok and also Chief Investment Officer and CMO Irina Lawrence. So who will be pitching?
Hello, guys. We'll be pitching both. We divide our presentation into two parts. First of all, thank you for this presentation. Let me share our presentation, please.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, guys. 5 minutes.
Great. So, let's start. My name is Alex. I'm co-founder of Weld Project. We have been creating products in financial sector for over than 9 years. Irina is our partner for crypto part of the Weld with 6-year experience in crypto trading and current management in London crypto hedge fund. Today we have 3 financial companies. One is Payday Loans, another one is Premium Car Leasing, and the third one is International Payment System Peran. Our businesses exist now in 3 countries, 40 cities. We have about 300,000 clients and about $10 or $11 million loan portfolio. And now we are representing you a project of Weld Money. We are on last mile before issuing the crypto cards in the end of September. Our mission is to bridge crypto and fiat worlds and to give an ability for our customers to pay your day-to-day expenses using your cryptocurrency. So we offer our user to obtain a card, a Visa regular card, and to connect his exchange wallet via API into our mobile application. After that, he just adds his card to Google Pay or Apple Pay, and he's ready to pay for coffee, for example, in the coffee shop, just tapping his phone on the POS terminal. As soon as our client initiates a transaction for the same coffee, for $2, we transfer $2 from his wallet to our wallet on the same exchange. So it's free, it's fast, and as I said, it has 0 blockchain fees. And everything happens like in 3 or 4 minutes because we have requirements from Visa according to the speed of the transaction. So this year we will start first markets. It's Europe and East Europe. Next year we plan to start Asia, Middle East, and Latin America. Today we have all necessary licenses, competence, and partnerships to create a legal and transparent payment solution for crypto community. So it's about our product. Please describe our crypto part.
So we have utility token, which you can use for a few options. So first of all, it is increasing your daily and monthly limits because in the beginning we offered to all our customers $1,000 for daily limits, and up to 10,000 for monthly limits. It is to avoid some problems and questions from IML. Then you can reduce your processing fees. So if you have like high expenses and you spend a lot of money, it takes sense to stake our tokens to reduce these fees. Also, you can buy premium cards like Visa Infinite for our tokens. And in the future, we would like to add different fintech instruments to our app as insurances, credits, deposits, and stuff like that. Our two businesses are bridges with our tokens. So 10% of our processing profit we spend for buybacks. So 10% we monthly spend for buybacks for our own tokens. And now we are on the point of closing private round. And yeah, we are looking for some strong partnership with exchanges because our main idea is to be connected to as many exchanges as possible. And yeah, we decided to start our MVP in Ukraine because we are local and we have already 2 banks who are working with us. And then we go to Europe, where we have also official partnership with Satchel Pay for issuing cards, and then worldwide. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, just ask.
Wow, perfect timing. You did it within 4 minutes. Thanks a lot. We have more
Yeah.
time for Q&As. Amazing, guys. So questions from investors, please feel free to ask. Don't hesitate.
Maybe everything's clear.
Blake, you are saying something, but you are muted.
I was just maybe on this slide here, if you could talk about kind of building relationships with exchanges and how you plan to do that and kind of connecting with you know, your main partners to kind of grow the business on that side of things.
Okay, first of all, about exchanges. Actually, the most of exchanges have open APIs, so we can connect and write our integration models without any negotiations. With several exchanges, we have to create a deep integration because they have no technical ability to provide the product we want to give to our customers. So our main idea is to give online payments, so we don't require to popping of the card like Crypto.com and so on. So if you pay $2 for coffee or $50 for gasolina, we transfer just $50 for gasolina and no more. So you don't freeze $500 for a week, for example, like all other competitors provide. Next, we as an international payment system have about 8 or 9 banks in partnership. I'm talking about international payment system Payron, not about Weld. Payron is a technical and financial core of our project because using the licenses of payment system, we can create a transparent and seamless financial instrument for our client when several partners are included in a money transferring process. So we have exchange, we have a company which converts crypto to finance, we have a company which opens some transit accounts for our customers, we have a local bank and so on. So by now we have partnerships in 3 countries. It's UK, it's Lithuania and Ukraine, and we're developing our partnerships again and again.
Great. And could you speak maybe a bit more about the onboarding process and the marketing process of actually getting users to actually engage with that? Yeah.
Good question, because it's a strong part of our product. We have created an onboarding procedure when you are in a bar and you spend only like 3 minutes to get our card. So you download our application, you pass a small form of personal data, Everything is automated with external databases. You sign with several different services which provide online signing, and you publish your data to our application. We transfer this to our backend core system. Then we transfer this all information to the bank. And if everything is okay, like,
you're not political person or stuff like that.
So thank you. So if everything okay with you as a customer, we open an account and give you a virtual card like in 3 or 5 minutes. So you spend 3 or 5 minutes to get a card, you add it to the Google Pay or Apple Pay, and you're ready to pay for bar, for whiskey, or for hookah, for dinner, for gasolina in 3-5 minutes.
And you also need to copy paste your API keys from the exchange you normally use.
Yeah,
it's also like 2 minutes.
The main idea is to create a gateway to all existing crypto exchanges or on-chain wallets. On the later stages, we plan to, I'll share the screen. We plan to connect all other digital assets you have you own. So there is several niches of guys, who have all their income from something like
blogging, TikTok, Twitch, gaming, and whatever. And we want to make it so easy to spend it with our Weld card.
So you take the mobile application and you pay for coffee using crypto. You send your mom $500 from TikTok, and you pay for traveling tickets using your Twitch, for example, or Steam account balance.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Right now, thank you guys. You can continue follow up with investors on private mode. Great pitch. And indeed, the crypto fiat gateway remains a huge problem, though the field is very competitive, but not unsolved in many regions. Good luck with your project development.
Thank you.
And in the chat, I already announced that the number 4 will be the startup Metamundo, but the founder just dropped me a message asking to put him on the last because he has baby to take care of right now. So let's forgive him for this and give him a chance to pitch later. And instead, I invite Karnika Yashwant, co-founder of Forward Protocol from Malta, e-learning startup. So Key, please.
Hello, guys. I'm also with my co-founder, Mitch, here.
Hi, Nelly. Thanks for having us. Hello, everybody.
Welcome, Mitch. Welcome, Key. Please share your screen and start pitching. 5 minutes, don't forget.
I'll kick off. I took 10 years off from business to homeschool my children with my wife and to travel. And over that period, we learned a huge amount about education, educational apps, and some of the inherent problems that are just around us and, there for most of the world. And the biggest thing, the biggest stumbling block for people in developed countries is that it's so expensive. So if you're in an undeveloped country, you can't get access to really good teachers. If you're in the developed world, you end up coming out with massive debt and you get buried in debt for the next 10 or 20 years, which you take on through your life. And so people with problems, millions and millions of people with problems, find that they can't get access to the knowledge and the tools that they need to solve those problems, even though those tools and the knowledge is available. And there's a massive missing link just because of geolocation, where people are, etc. And one of the things is that on both sides of the table, there's no real motivation to transfer that knowledge because there's no mechanism in place for an expert to actually transfer that knowledge and be rewarded. So what we did with Forward Protocol is we came up with a decentralized blockchain application, an earn as you learn model that can incentivize both the experts to transfer their knowledge and to the learners to actually onboard that knowledge and be rewarded based on quality, on completion. It really helps with the massively high dropout rates that we see, because now people are encouraged to actually finish courses to complete what they started. And it really connects the best global experts with the learners around the world. I'll let Key take you through the technical side of the project, and you can ask some questions from there. Thanks.
Great. So our whole objective here is to create a model, a blockchain, which is dedicated to learning and knowledge transfer space, something where anyone within the learning app space can build. It could be a tutor marketplace, it could be a freelancing board, or an author, coach, trainer, expert, thought leader, and web app or a mobile app in the learning space. So this is built for everyone, for them to build on our ecosystem. So we have focused on our primary model of a forward token, of a utility token, and our stable coin within the ecosystem, which is pegged to other stable coins. So the whole system is modular, where anybody can come and plug and use any specific portions here. So we have elements which link to 5 major smart contracts, starting from the proof of value, which is all about people delivering value without existing monetization in the system, to people who are delivering an escrow-based value model, to those who are raising funds for creating courses, those who need money upfront secured so that they can leave their jobs and create courses. So it could be anyone within the learning ecosystem. They have various solutions that's offered here, which will help them develop their own applications and grow from there. So if anyone in the education space, they're trying to build it, at this point, they face a lot of entry barrier because it takes too long for them to build, too much of effort for them to build. And we reduce that by having this structure with the factory and child contract system, similar to the token factory. So people come in, they fork one of our open source applications. They go ahead and, just like WordPress for the websites, this is for the learning apps. They fork an application, they add their configurations on the smart contract, enable, disable features, set the functions that they want, mint it, and then it's already pre-connected with the forward protocol and the forward tokens and something that's ready to go for them. So we already have our launch strategy set. So we have one of the world's largest Learn English community, which has been there for 19 years. It has been older than Reddit, Yahoo, etc., with more than 1 million social following and 310 million users. So that is the first place where we are deploying. And as we prove the concept with that large audience, we would be expanding to all the other partners that are in our existing ecosystem. And the whole edtech space is growing, especially due to pandemic as well. And we do not have at this point any competitors in education or learning based blockchain protocols. And literally everyone else that we see here, from course marketplaces to content creators to other job boards and forums and trainers, institutions, they're all our partners because they can use this protocol to build and expand on and not be limited by it. They don't have to recreate what has already been created modular, so they can only install the sections that they need and not more. So we have done our seed round, and even our private round is right now oversubscribed, but we're looking at bringing the best partners in to build and grow. We are looking at a long-term perspective. English Forward and other partners of ours have been there for 19 years, and we are looking at building something for many next 5-10 years and more to come. So we do need long-term partners who can help us with it. And our team is over 35 dedicated full-time members, and I come from a marketing background, running an agency which has 350 members in the blockchain space, Key Difference Media. So that is something that can directly lend in to support and push this forward. So our team is fully experienced in their respective areas, from from advisors from Mahadav and Hargobind, who has been in the past working with Aave, Francis West from Worm Protocol, so on and so forth. And we have amazing partners because we are using Polygon for our Polygon SDK. So Polygon secures our network. And we also have partners from the traditional world because we are looking at adoption focused, incorporating and getting ourselves out there with the real world entities for bringing more people within the edtech space. So we have quite a lot of partners. It's a very ongoing list. And our tokenomics is also here for more questions, but I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have right now.
Perfect, Mitch Key. I just wanted to stop you due to the timing, but you did it within the last second. Thanks a lot. Great and impressive pitch. Questions from investors?
Hey, thank you, Key. Thank you for the presentation. I'm curious on your partnership, like the clients, these slides with like Grammarly and other educational clients, how you're working with them. This is a pretty new area. So I'm curious on, the kind of synergy you're having with these traditional internet platforms.
Okay, so basically, as I mentioned here, we have our deep integration with English Forward, and English Forward, being there for 19 years in the space, is highly connected with not just institutions and these various apps and organizations, but even with governments and conversations with guys like UNESCO and so on. So with all that existing tie-ups, it becomes an easy go-to-market for us because we don't have to reinvent the whole marketing strategy and building connections when we can piggyback on existing network that is there. So we use this network, which helps us to get onto a lot of other partners who are pre-integrated, who are already working with in different collaborative models. So now our models, as we bring on English Forward, we are able to push it to each of the partners with the areas that they specifically would prefer or that they would want. So obviously our ecosystem is very large, which should probably take 1 hour even to just explain the architectural model behind it. It's something that we have been developing for the last 3 years, deploying our own chain and our architecture around it. So each of those elements, they just need specific portions that would benefit their expansion and what is essential for their business model. So this is purely based on that we have organized, and these partners all play a different role within the ecosystem. Did I answer your question?
Thanks. Thank you. Interesting.
Thank you, Charlie. Any more questions to the team? If not, you can always address it on private mode after we do introductions. Mitch, Key, thanks a lot. That was really bright presentation. Thank you, guys, and good luck with the further development.
Thank you.
And I want to give the word right now to another startup, Vmates from China. It is gaming play to earn startup, and the co-founder, Xinyuan An. I hope I pronounced it properly. So Xinyuan, are you here?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you please do something with the sound? It is a little bit low.
How about now?
Oh, perfect, perfect. Please start sharing your screen because we still see the screen of Forward Protocol.
Sure, let me actually switch to my PowerPoint. All right, so hello everyone, I'm Yuan from Vmates, and I'm the founder of Vmates. So let me briefly introduce Vmates to you guys. So first, let me introduce what is Vmates. Vmates is a NFT-based play-to-earn blockchain game that contains 2 basic gaming functions, which is pie section and the plaza section. In our pie section, players could do the pie cultivation and the interaction with their NFT virtual pets. Meanwhile, enjoy the social games with their friends in our Vmates platform. And also, in the plaza section, players could own their home and commercial facilities that could have the chance to earn profit in that. And together, we will building the NFT social metaverse with our players. So for market analysis, we actually started the Vmates idea from this March, and we started to focusing on NFT markets since last September. And during the bull market this year, the total market sale volume of NFT is pretty high right now. So we want to make Vmates to become true and be a part of the NFT industry. So for competitive product, I have to say there's like no such a similar project with Vmates right now, since they all have like a pretty high user entry conditions that such as players need to spend their ETH or BNB to enter to gain the gaming ticket. But in our game, we will create a 0 entry condition for the players that we have the first virtual pad for the players for free. So we have the confidence to have a better user base than the other crypto games. So for gameplay, like I mentioned before, we have 2 basic sections at Pad and Plaza, and they are all connected together. Since the Pad will be the entry ticket for the player to enter the Plaza, meanwhile also become their agent images for the players. And both of them will have the access to the website desktop and the mobile app terminals, so players could enjoy our game anytime and anywhere. So our go-to-market strategy. So at the initial stage, we will launch on Binance Smart Chain, pre-ico chain, and Polygon chain together, which means like we will cover nearly all the users in blockchain area, and also we could have the free pad based on our 0 entry conditions for the players. We could have like a better user base than the And so since our game is like all platform supporting, players could no need to spend their specific time frame to experience our game. Just need to spend their little time frame and have more chance to earn profit. And before our product launching, we will have more connection with the famous medias and KOLs to help us build the market. So for innovation, that there's no such a game in the current blockchain area that contains the both pet cultivation and the NFT social functions together. So we think there's still a really big potential market for all the players and our side. So our team is, most of our team members are from the blockchain consulting industry. And we did some famous market growth and market building for the famous project. And instead of the short-term profit, we are now all focusing on Vmates which are to achieve our long-term goal. And based on our team background, we will set up our operation and marketing in a short time and to have more uses for our resources and help us to promotion in the marketing. So our technical side will be, currently our game is divided by 2 engines, which is Level 2D and Cross 2DX. You could check our website under pet section. There's like a cute cats that could do the basic interactions. But in the future, we will have our own pet engine that is based on the Java language and to reach the volume production for our NFT virtual pets. So for our development plan, and so we will launch the first version of our pet function gaming in this October with several social gaming functions. And meanwhile, we will prepare the IDO in the same month. By next January, we will launch the Plaza function, and players could also experience social games and have their home or stores to start building the metaverse. And by the next October, we will remake our game in 3D to attract more users. So currently we are already put the website is published and with the interaction demo ready. And also we have realized the basic cultivation system and with the numbers and everything. And our designer has also put our cute app design, pet design for in the form of NFT arts, and you can check them on OpenSea right now. These are the core points for us to first build our market. And for business model, we have several ways to gain revenue from our project, such as we could sell our limited edition pets and put our Plaza land on the auction. Meanwhile, we could do the value-added service and or advertisement based on the user base. So for our Mate token, we will have 20 million tokens issued at the beginning, and there's no more. So we will have 10% for our investors and 10% for our team, 50% for our game output. That's a core foundation for the play-to-earn system, and some up for the market building and ending. And this is our token allocation plan. You could check it really quick, and also maybe check on our deck. This will be more convenient. So for our fundraising plan, we are currently at the private sale round A, which is also our seed round. We plan to sell 4% of our token in the price of 0.8 to reach the fundraising amount of 640,000. And the market cap value will be 60 million for that. The unlock for this round will be 15% TGE, 5% unlock every month, and with the total 18 months is unlock. So we will use
timing. Sorry, Sinyuan. I'm very, very sorry for interrupting you, but we have this time limit of 5 minutes. So I'm sure that you will be able to continue with Q&A. Thanks a lot. It was really good pitch. Thank you.
Actually, this is last page.
I invite investors. No, you can keep that slide.
Sure.
Yeah. And I invite investors to ask questions. I see. Who wants to? Yeah, on, of course.
Yes, please. So, looks interesting. And I'd like to follow up after this and have a discussion. And I do have 2 questions for you. One, with regards to the valuation, what made you decide on the specific valuation that you did?
So actually, there's an also communication with Nelly before. We think that's a pretty fair to both have our project to be success and also have the necessary funding for our beginning.
Okay, I'll ask you some more questions about that later on. And the second question is, I noticed on your team slide that you didn't mention all the details of the team members, and it's completely fine, but I just wanted to make sure that you are willing to disclose all the team members' details. And I'm asking that because I've had experience for the last few weeks with a few projects that were not willing to disclose the team members. And that's why I'm asking.
Okay, yeah, actually you could check the LinkedIn page under several of our team members, but I could provide definitely more about our whole team members.
Great, so I'm definitely interested in following up after this.
Thank you.
Super happy to hear that on. Thanks a lot. So you see, Sinuan, you already got an investor who wants to follow up with you. Ben, I've seen that you unmuted yourself previously, so you want to ask some questions?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the pitch, Ewan. Do you want to talk a bit more about the actual kind of gameplay, the kind of pet, farming, taking care of, etc.?
Sure. Actually, our first intention for the pet is actually to help them to floating on the player's desktop, and meanwhile, also player could do the interaction and feed them, play with them together. So that could reduce players' stress, such as there's like not a traditional game, but
it's like a Tamagotchi, if you ever heard of them.
You see that. So players just put them on their desktop, and so just connect with them anytime they want, and otherwise they could just sleep on their desktop. So that's really stress reducing, I think.
Right. Okay. How would you say you compare to something like CryptoKitties then?
So for CryptoKitties, they could do the only thing they could do like just born new babies. Is like for that. So our is like more like just cultivating. So players need to spend their time with their pets and so continue to feed them, or otherwise they could have a bad result for cultivation. But so this will be more attraction for the players to have their daily activity. So
thanks very much for answering my questions.
Yep, thank you.
Great, thank you, Ben. I've seen Blake also wanted to ask something.
In terms of the actual pet NFTs, are you planning kind of drop or a release of those that's kind of, in line with a 10,000 set avatar project, or how is that kind of going to be organized?
This actually like for players, they could register our website's account and link it with their wallet at the first beginning, and after receive their address, we could do the airdrop. Maybe just say that for airdrop for the free NFT pet. So that's at the beginning, but in the future, we could develop a system that after the players register, we could just like what they say, just have the pet ready at the background for them, and they could just adopt them.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Sinuan. You can continue answering on the private model. Good pitch. I know it was nearly the first pitch for you, especially in front of several VCs in parallel. So great job.
Thank you.
And I want to invite the next startup founder, Sergey Rusak, and the startup PCO NFT platform. Sergey.
Yeah, hello guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, quite well.
Oh, cool. Pleasure to be here. So I'm sharing the screen. Can you see?
Yep.
So actually, I'm Sergey. I'm the CEO and the founder of the PCO team. What we are actually doing, we are working on a unified NFT management platform. It is called PCO, or Picture Initial Public Offering. So before the launch of the software development itself, we have conducted a customer development. And within 1 month, and I guess 1.5 months, we have been communicating for with many artists consisting of 300 plus. They all describe their pains and problems, and it became clear to me and my team that we can solve them. So for now, we can clearly understand our mission that is consisting of three main elements. That is NFT mass adoption, community involvement, and NFT finance. Regarding NFT finance, there's going to be cool options described a little bit later, but regarding the NFT mass adoption, we do understand for now that there is a huge community around digital artists that are non-crypto. And in this way, we want to lower all the barriers onto the crypto world of NFTs. And in this way, we are partnered for now with Mercuria and Ramp in order just to implement their widgets on our platform, and just it would be possible for even non-crypto guys to convert fiat money into cryptocurrency and vice versa. The biggest issue for the digital artists was the high gas fees and still remaining. And in this way, we are now partnered with Polygon. It was officially announced, and we are having already operating 2 MVPs on Ropsten Ethereum and on Polygon testnet. You can check, everything is available on our website. As for the community involvement, we do pay maximum attention to the community, and they really wanted to integrate some kind of cool features regarding social tools and mechanics. So PCO will be the first and the only platform, I guess, in the nearest future, where it would be possible to communicate directly on the platform using direct chats, group chats, subscriptions, likes, reposts. You can comment, and you can just establish collaborations and just to sell out an NFT or collection of NFTs authored by different authors. The next option within the community involvement, that is a special project, and this is going to be something great. For now, we have partnered with a great variety of companies from fashion industry, brand companies, game developers, and also music labels. And we're going just to introduce some cool special projects each week after the launch of the platform. And in this way, there's going to be created a separate section on the PCO platform, or if you can just pay in PCO tokens, you can get access to different elements of our tech support guys, and just it will be possible to create a separate landing page within the PCO ecosystem. Regarding NFT finance, we do pay maximum attention to the solving liquidity of the NFT secondary market, and in this way, PCO will become some kind of NFT aggregator. So it will be possible to take your NFT, go onto PCO, and just leverage them. In this way, we will introduce very cool features and DeFi tools and mechanics, as you may see that's highlighted right here on the bottom of this particular page. And I'm talking about classical ERC20 and collateral for ERC 721, fractional NFTs plus DAO plus price draw, of course, additional price draws and loot boxes. In order just to implement everything in the most fair way, we are now partnered with Chainlink. And we are using its solutions of randomizing for the just price draw, loot boxes, and fractionals NFTs mechanics. And of course, its solutions by identifying the fair prices. So it's going to be data fees or price fees. And regarding the mixture of special projects and DeFi, it will be possible to just use our functionality by game developers and get access to all these functions within the DeFi tools and mechanics. It would be very cool just to land an NFT on our platform, and with the help of this NFT, a user can get access to different levels in different games just that were not just available previously. So as for the competitive analysis we're having for now, none of the existing marketplaces have such a cool options in one place. And additionally, we are paying maximum attention to the quality. And as for now, we're having a moderation team consisting of 20 creative advisors. They're well-known digital artists and collectors, and they will moderate all the content coming on the platform. And afterwards, as soon as we create DAO around the community, all this functionality will go straight forward to the DAO. So regarding the utility that we're going to just introduce, is going to be PCO token. With the help of PCO token, you can get access to a great variety of functionality. Some of the options are done right here. We are not disclosing all the features as we are living in a very competitive environment, and I don't want to be copy-pasted. As soon as we launch the platform, and we are planning to launch the platform this month, and we're having IDO this month, you will get all the information needed. So as for the staked PCO tokens, of course, you can stake PCO tokens and they get access to different perks and bounties. And if you stake a PCO tokens in a certain amount, you just can get access to different packages that's going to be introduced on the platform. So as for the roadmap, for now, we're having operating MVPs on Robson, Ethereum testnet, and Mumbai testnet. And at the end of September, we are launching our platform in basic functionality plus social tools mechanics plus fiat gateway. And then we will proceed towards adding DeFi tools mechanics and finalize with DAO. As for the team, we are having 14 guys in house. And I guess today I'm the only guy who is sitting in a real office, not at home. So for the advisory team, I'm having just cool guys. Vladimir Popov or Menaskov, he's a very cool guy from Russian region, very well known. He's helping us to integrate cool features, DeFi tools and mechanics on the platform. Dikasa, he is top 1 NFT collector on Rarible. With the help of this guy, we're working on social tools and mechanics. And I guess we will also add sticky notes. That's his dream, just to add sticky notes on the platform. And regarding our next advisor, that's Ralf Gerteis. He is a top 1 NFT collector in the CIS countries. And he is also the founder of the biggest CIS countries money pool. And as for the community, for now, we have already received more than 700 applications for exclusive publication of their artworks on the platform. And as for the Dikasa, he will also place his exclusive collection on PCO after the launch of the platform, consisting of 33 items. There's going to be something very cool. And as for the special projects, we're going to introduce collaborations of 56 artists, collaborations of 32 artists. We'll introduce, I guess that's going to be some kind of CryptoPunks in the music area, as we know how to visualize audio tracks with the help of cool professors from the United States. And also the next special project I will highlight is going to be a Chinese guy doing some incredible things in calligraphy. So as for the tokenomics, that's everything simple. Our target is 1 million. We are having seed, private and public round. Our initial market cap is lower than 200K. We do understand that even in red conditions, such projects with such an initial market cap really perform good at IDO. And for now, I can't say that we are pretty oversubscribed, but I have changed 3 times the desired amount on the InnMind session. So please, if you are interested in the creating of Rolls-Royce in the era of NFT projects, we will just be happy to be backed by you. But please, we need not only money, we also need add value.
Thank you, Sergey. Thanks a lot for this pitch. You definitely know how to sell it in a bright way. So, questions from VCs. Don't hesitate, unmute yourself. I don't recall if Jonathan was asking anything during the session, and also who else here? Any questions or feedback?
Just a short one. The fully diluted market cap is 7.7 million, right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Ralf. Thank you, Sergey. I think that your presentation was quite extensive, and therefore there are no much questions for the public pitch. Maybe you will continue answering questions in private. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Yanela, a lot. Let's keep in touch here with the investors. I'm ready to answer all the questions personally. Thank you.
Definitely. And I want to give the word to the next startup from Switzerland this time, the startup Dopamine, which is DeFi and social media in one place. And CEO Karim Chaiba. Karim, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, guys.
Perfect. Hello, Karim. Please start sharing your screen now.
Yes. Can you guys see my screen?
Right now, yes.
Great. Very exciting time to be with you right now. So Dopamine, what we do, everything started with the fact that I really wanted to have an app that would make me more efficient every day. Like everybody, we are all using our phones extensively, spending a lot of time. And you probably also thought like you'd like to have an app that was able to manage the other app, manage your own intelligence, that you could share content that you create with your friend and so on. And taking the fact that myself and the rest of the team, we have been spending the last 20 years building core banking system, e-banking system, mobile banking, multi-banking, PSD2, we thought, okay, we are passionate with digital assets. Let's do that for the digital asset. Dopamine is a fully packed, complete mobile app for everybody that you can already download. We have more than 1.7 million downloads already. And on the screen that I'm sharing right now, you are just seeing the last release that we did the last days. And you see we received an overwhelming response from the users with more than 500,000 new user registration in the last 48 hours. This is the data which are in real time for this release. So you see right now there is 3,482 people that are connecting, it's moving. And on the left side, I just put a little short video of how the app is. It covers everything. So fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, full information, everything which is media, social related. You create your own content, share it with your friends. Full DeFi cross-blockchain with best execution engine. For example, here I'm putting 1,000 BNB and it's going to check the price, split the price for me to get sure that I get the best result. You can obviously compare the price and get sure that you get the best deal. So liquidity farming, pooling, cross-blockchain. I forgot to mention that I had the honor and the chance to manage a team with the 4 best cryptographers in the world, the guys that created the ECDSA paper for Bitcoin. And so we have a cross-blockchain bridge through a various network. And yes, we are very overwhelmed with the community reaction. And we improve the app daily based on the remarks and comments from our community. Goal is really to make this app the best one in the world. What I wanted to say, we are right now on the private sale round. So we are raising 4.5 million. It's basically a distribution of this token through the private sale. The utility of the token is, of course, to reward the user for the attention. The name comes from the dopamine, so the attention. But also, it has utility for the user with premium services, AI trading signals, fee reduction, and from the other side, for the publisher and companies that want to get exposure and access and benefit from our user growth, they stake as a dope token also. And they can use the app as a launchpad, in-app game, NFT, and digital assets. So for us, digital asset and crypto are just digital assets. We have been managing that the last 20 years. So everything which is in-game items, NFTs, launchpad, crypto, play to earn, you have it, everything in the app. So if you are like a VC and have a portfolio of companies that you want to boost quickly, that makes sense for you to have Dope. If you have the same vision of getting one mobile app, the last miles in the pocket of the users, that also makes sense. If you are a crypto project and you want to test your product or your ID and you want to expose it to a large community of users, then of course Dope is also interesting for you to unlock these functionalities. That's right now from my side. I think on the call we have our Chief Operating Officer, Cyril, whose background was managing a communication company for politicians in Europe. And it also, I don't know if Cyril, if you can hear me.
I'm there, thank you. Yeah, I didn't introduce, I let Karim do the job. But I'd be answering your questions if you wish.
Great. Well, so I will say, guys, if you share the same kind of vision and you see and want to feel the growth with us, this is our contact details. I will say at first, please download the app, play with it, and make your own opinion. Read our white paper and deck, which is accessible on the website. And here are our email address. That's my Telegram and also Twitter handle if you want to join us here. And as said, all the documents that you need, tokenomics, everything will be available for you before we meet that. We get sure we are on the page.
Thank you, Karim. Thanks a lot. And that is what I like, using every opportunity, not only to raise funds, but also to do marketing for your project. That is what everyone should be doing, definitely, to bring more users and more traction. Great job.
The market is always right, and we are looking for everybody's feedback, you know. So we build the app in a way that we think that if you don't know the app, you are equipped perfectly to do everything in the crypto field. But next, of course, because we are expert in traditional finance, that is coming inside. And yeah, please, if you have questions, guys, I would be happy to answer with Cyril.
Yeah, right now I see. Let's switch to questions from investors. So Tracy, on Ralf, Blake.
Well, I heard you mention you have more than 1 million users right now, right?
1.7 million downloads, yes.
That's amazing. How did you manage to do so?
I will say product functionality. So at first we really focused on the functionality. So bringing value by making the user more efficient. As I said, we build the app in order to be more efficient. So the app is built as a meta app, a bit like the WeChat concept, you know. So if you know WeChat, you know, like you have everything inside. We build that like this to be more efficient. Yeah, that's it. And as a user, you can customize everything. If you want to organize the app differently, you have full freedom. The app is also technically built in a fully agnostic way because nobody knows how the technology landscape is going to look like in the next 10 years. So we are provider agnostic and we integrate every time the thing that makes sense.
We never spend much on marketing and user growth. What we did is we have a small referral program. And also we try to bring good content to the users on the educational aspects, on the social media aspects, so people can really share the contents, use the app to get educated, look at the YouTubers. So we can do a lot of partnership with the press and media. We try to do co-branding with every partners we integrate in the app, and we do integrate a lot of people. And the referral program is bringing a lot of people too. Like over the last 7 days, we got 400,000 new users only over the last week, just by letting the referral program work.
And in terms of revenue model, I forgot to mention that. So till now, we were leveraging our marketing services due to our large user base. But because we come from finance, we know how to capture bips with transaction and also compose premium financial services in terms of staking, farming, and so on.
Thank you for the answer. So I was wondering, what's your token usage scenario?
Yes, so as a user, having the DOP token grants you access to premium services, launchpad, AI trading signals, what else? Reduction of fees when you do transactions. That is one part for the Lambda user. As a CMO, if you want to have access to our large user base, you need to also stake the DOP token in order to be advertised in the app or publish your own app inside our app store. So let's say, for example, all our friends with crypto projects, if they want to get an exponential growth and grow with us, we are happy to integrate them. And the principle is based on the fact that they stake DOP.
It's also a very strong marketing tool. We use the DOP token to reward the users, to let the community grow, to incentive users to create content and share it with the people. Once you use the app, you'll see how many contents are. Depending on the user is the editor-in-chief of the app. You can choose whether the tools he uses, but also the contents he puts forward, and they are rewarded for the time they spend within the app by the token.
Thank you for the answer. So I was wondering, what's your core team members experiencing blockchain world? Yeah, so we traditional finance and then core blockchain. So if you look at my background, for example, I was a chief crypto officer of
Chinese blockchain called Finucane. You might have heard that. And there I was managing a team with the 4 best cryptographers in the world. So Gennaro, Goldfeder, Pascal Pallier, Louis Goubin. These are the guys that are behind the mathematics that are between ECDSA and Edwards curves. And the rest of the team is also cross-blockchain agnostic specialists. So we integrate every network. So if you look right now, we have BSC, Huobi, Echo, Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, Algorand, and we do implementation from A to Z, and we let the user exploit the blockchain doing everything. So they are also issuer of assets. They can create their own NFT, everything. We unlock all the full potential of the network we integrate.
Thank you.
The DOPE token is a cross-blockchain tool.
Yes.
When did you start this project and when did you launch your app?
So we started the first version was 2015. Mainly was price information only. And the new version is released officially since now a bit more than a week.
Sorry, when the new version?
A bit more than a week. That you can see on the graph, like really it started to be published.
I'm actually checking your website. Your application is both available in Android and Apple Store, but because I'm based in China, I couldn't access to them. And I checked your Twitter. Your Twitter follower is 6,433. So that means most of users actually don't follow your Twitter at all. Like only less than 6%.
Yeah. So basically, till now, we didn't have the need to leverage our community because it's a lot of work. You know, when you have a lot of users in Telegram or on Twitter, you need to manage that, and we wanted to focus on the product. But we have started now to onboard community management and marketing teams to take care of it.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Tracy, thanks a lot. Very detailed questions and such a speed in checking the details and social media. Amazing. You always surprise and fascinate me.
Yes, just something that Cyril mentioned. The DOPE token is a cross-blockchain token which is being issued on various networks.
So, sorry, I misunderstood.
I was saying the DOPE token is a cross-blockchain token which is being issued on various blockchains. So right now it is minted on Ethereum and Binance chain, but is going to be released also on various blockchain to really.
Okay, great to hear that. Cyril, sorry, thanks a lot for your pitch. I think you can continue answering the questions from the season private model. And for all startups who already pitched today, and for a few those who will be pitching right now, just a short intrigue to great anticipation. I already received the feedback from a few investors from today and a number of introductions that will follow up shortly. So I'm very, very happy with that. Hope to see a lot of deals coming after this session. And right now, I want to give the word to the next startup, this time from United Arab Emirates. Yep, and the startup called Keepcoin on base of KeepSafe application. And today we will have the pitch by CEO and co-founder Elvin Aziev, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Hi,
go on.
So I'll be introducing Keepcoin. Can you see my screen? Okay, excellent.
Yes.
So Keepcoin is the native currency of the KeepPace ecosystem, and it will enable influencers, advertisers, and the audiences to interact in a transparent, incentivized, and decentralized manner. Speaking of KeepPace, it was formed back in 2017 as an influencer marketing platform, and so far we have more than 400,000 influencers and more than 100 influencer shops. And also we have ran more than 1,500 influencer campaigns in 35 countries across the globe with some of the Fortune 500 companies. We have monthly 8,000 plus organic visitors, and we have 100,000 USD monthly recurring revenue. And as we've been in the influencer marketing for years, we have faced a lot of unaddressed challenges in the marketing industry, in the influencer marketing industry, and more importantly, the commercial social media relations triangle is currently missing the audience element, because majority of the communications are happening between influencers and advertisers, and the audiences are usually left out of the equation. So what are the challenges? So when it comes to the advertisers can face some difficulties given influencers' fraudulent social media activity, lack of transparency, payment difficulties. When it comes to influencers can lose their credibility if the sponsored content has some lower quality that they are unaware of, face payment issues, or struggle to monetize their influence, especially if they are micro-influencers. And from the audience's side, audiences want more engagement, direct communications with the influencer, direct support, and more appreciation in the influencer community. So what is the solution? The solution is basically a transparent second layer decentralized ecosystem on top of the existing social media platforms, where advertisers, influencers, and the audiences can engage in a transparent and incentivized manner. With Keepcoin, we'll basically upgrade the current KeepPhase ecosystem and address the challenges of the involved parties and provide benefits for all the stakeholders. So the proposed upgrade to the ecosystem somewhere look like this. So currently, as the platform is B2B, we do have the advertiser and influencer elements in there, but what we'll be doing is basically adding the audience element there, upgrade our current influencer shops, and in the future, even add the NFT marketplaces there. Also, to make it a DAO, we'll be introducing validators. Now, I can't go into the details after the call, but right now, I'd like to put an emphasis on the influencer shops, as it's a very promising concept. So currently, we have 100 plus influencer shops, and the main idea is to basically make influencers act as an entrepreneurs. And nowadays, everyone can become an influencer, and everyone can become an online entrepreneur with our influencer shops. Currently, the shops are focused on the e-commerce, but it will enable the NFT marketplaces in the future as well. So ultimately, the upgrade of the system with Keepcoin will allow advertisers to work with influencers on data-driven and performance-based mechanism, influencers to have more means to monetize their influence with their shops and NFT marketplaces, and the audiences to engage more with influencers by direct communication, support, and participation. When it comes to the token utility, the direct utility involves influencer shop subscription fees, B2B premium services for influencers, pay per items, cashbacks. And for the community incentives, we have holder incentives, transaction fee incentives, affiliate and activity incentives. Revenue streams will be coming from the advertiser and influencer sites. Advertisers will have subscription fees, transaction fees, pay per item, such as influencer analytics, and influencers will have transaction fees, premium service fees, such as premium shops. Past funding so far, as KeepPhase before Keepcoin, we have raised 450,000 USD from 500 startups and from an angel investor. And as Keepcoin in this round, this is actually our first round. We would like to raise 1 million USD with 10% of the token supply. The roadmap is estimated to be completed within 2 to 3 years. And speaking of the team, we do have very experienced industry professionals in the sphere. And after the fundraising, we'll be actually acquiring a lot more team members and especially developers. So thanks a lot. I would love to hear your feedback.
Thank you, Alvin. Good pitch. And yeah, I think you are the first startup funded by 500 startups that is pitching in the crypto part of the VC pitching sessions. Great to have you here. So questions from investors. Unmute yourself, please, and don't hesitate to ask questions. Ralf, On, Blake, Tracy.
No questions?
From my side, let's say no direct question because we already digged a little bit deeper into Keepcoin before. So therefore, yeah, no direct questions from my side.
Good. And by the way, just to support you, Yavin, here, no questions now does not mean that there is no interest. Quite often we see that some questions investors prefer to ask on private. So I hope that you will be surprised afterwards and when you will talk privately. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for your pitch and great success to Keepcoin development.
Thank you.
I want to invite right now the next startup, World League of Crypto Traders. It is a gaming trading project building gaming trading tournaments. And the pitcher will be Oleksiy Chepelik, co-founder and business development director. Oleksiy? Oleksiy, I don't hear you.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Right now, yes.
Perfect. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Let me share it, make it bigger. Okay. So my name is Oleksiy. Let me introduce the first, we believe, and the only DAO government DeFi crypto traders gaming platform. So what pain we address? There are more than 300 success DEXs that don't have a common competing cross-exchange environment for their trades. 80 million of crypto traders can compete only with their fellows at their exchanges, irregular and unstandardized tournaments. And our solution to it is WLOCT, World League of Crypto Traders, DAO government DeFi crypto traders gaming platform that actually consists of 3 parts. From one side, we have a gamified user interface. We have a core, which consists of 2 blockchains. One blockchain lets us to make a DeFi base of tournaments. It's a Binance Smart Chain based core. And from the other side, we have success DEXs that we connect or integrate to our platform through API. So basically, we have a very simple business idea. Yes, we have like a common battlefield where any trader that believe he's like the best in trading can try his trading skills competing with others. Let's move on. We have some kind of proof of concept by now. We tested business model with private blockchain and VP trial tournaments. We made 28 test tournaments by now. Already 25 traders have given their feedback relating to our UX, UI, and gaming mechanic. And basically, we counted all this stuff in our further development. We have some initial interesting agreements with Binance, Whitebit, Kuna, local trade exchanges relating joint marketing, sponsorship, integration. We have our own community of crypto traders with more than 11,000 members, and it's fast growing. Competition landscape. By now, there are no direct competitors. There is no cross-change platform in the world running tournaments between crypto traders. From other side, almost all exchanges have their own tournaments, but they have some limitations. They are limited only to the users of such platforms. They are limited by currency pairs. They don't have visualization or gamification. Basically, they don't have any standardized approach to ranking their users. And WLOCT address all these issues by using our platform and our trading gamification. Lot token. Lot token mostly is utility and governance token and is used for staking for gaming level access, for NFT minting, and for platform governance. It's based on BSC. We have 100 million token supply. Initial market cap will be 250,000. We had like an angel round just for $40,000, And now we are in some kind of VC round for 600,000 with 25% discount compared to our launchpad price. About some lot token horizons. We have some kind of sterilization, monetary-based sterilization incentives to limit circulation of our tokens in the beginning. Basically, we have we share 1 million lots with slot governance taking reward. This is 18 months lock encouraging program. Also, we share 5% of our turnovers in BSD with lot holders. From the other side, in November, we are planning free floating of our token. And to support it, also in our business model, we distribute 50% of our turnover in BST to our lot BST liquidity pool to supply extra liquidity. In general, we see that crypto traders and exchanges, they love our projects. So basically, we also believe for some strong demand from their side to use lot in their activities, in their tournaments. Our roadmap, just to want to highlight some points. As I mentioned, our rating and tournament mechanism, UI and exchanges CP integration have been developed and tested in MVP trial stage. We got feedback from the traders and we counted on our further development. Technical development and total migration to DeFi architecture is going as planned to be finished in 2025. 21, yes. Our team. Leonid is a crypto trading guru with more than 11 years of experience. Vitaly specialized in the field of gamification and game design. Anastasia has good experience in marketing of crypto projects and also in DeFi token sales recently.
Alexei, I'm sorry, but the timing is off, unfortunately.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for your pitch. And I welcome investors to ask questions. And by the way, token sterilization is something new term for me, at least. I plan to sterilize the dog, but I've never heard so far.
Monetary-based sterilization. This is like financial term to limit supply of our token.
Cool. On, please.
Yes, hi. Thank you for the presentation.
My
This
pleasure.
is a super interesting idea, in my opinion. I wanted to ask you, with regards to the collaboration with the exchanges, how far did you go already? I mean, I noticed on your presentation that it said that you're in talks, but did you finalize anything yet?
To be honest, at this stage, yes, we are mostly interested in making collaboration in respect of joint promo. Yes, we need some, how to say, potential members or participants in our launchpad sales. So basically, we are mostly pushing exchanges from this perspective, because from how to say commercial product launch, we would be ready closer to the end of this year. We are just making our technical realization from server realization to truly DeFi realization. So basically, answering on your questions, yes, we got some preliminary interest, yes, and now we are in the talks how to make some joint promo, some AMA session or something like that. To answer on your question?
Yes, thank you. And I wanted to ask you, with regards to the high-level traders, from my experience, the real good traders, they are not willing to collaborate with anyone. They don't need anyone because they're making so much money from their trading. And I wanted to ask you, from your experience, if you already talked to any very high-level traders that prove themselves to make huge profit.
Well, you know, we have one very successful trader who is a co-founder of our project. Yes, and basically he likes this idea. Yeah. From another point, I didn't mention in my presentation. Basically, the logic of our project is also to give some kind of universal ranking for all participants, blockchain-based immutable, transparent, that everybody can confirm their results by ROI based. And if someone is extremely good in trading in our platform, yes, and all his successes are minted to some extent in the blockchain, he proved his efficiency. By having this, he could attract some investors to join his sales strategy, trading strategy. You know this PMM model? It's a personal allocation management module in some exchanges when some traders can join to another trader's trading strategy to follow them and to share some commission. Basically, this is the next step of our platform development. So the next year, we would like to introduce some such kind of module to let traders to follow some very good gurus of our platform in their trading strategies.
Understood. Thank you. And last question. You mentioned the gamification for everything that you're doing. Can you elaborate a bit on that? Because I didn't understand your gamification concept.
I can show you, if you don't mind. This is our NFT. Basically, and you can see there are different types for different level of tournaments. And basically, you can see that on the edge of this coin, we are minting hashed information about the results of each tournament of the player. Also, some kind of gamification will be implemented in the user interface to see the progress, some kind of playing things and all that stuff.
Understood. Understood. Okay. Thank you for the answers.
My pleasure.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Alexei, and we will follow up later with you. Great pitch. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
And right now, last but not least, I want to give the word to a startup from Netherlands, Metamundo, and the co-founder, Mark Studholm. They are building the platform for NFT, VR, and augmented reality as well. Mark, are you here? Are you back?
I'm here. Thank you.
Perfect. So yes. Baby is with mother now.
Baby is with mother. Yeah, perfect. That's definitely.
So please share your screen now.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Thanks for your patience.
No worries.
Okay. Can everyone see my pitch?
Yep.
Perfect. So Metamundo, we are enabling the world's architects and 3D artists to mint, sell, and license 3D model NFT collectibles that are ready for use across the metaverse and VR. This is obviously, I think you probably all know, the strong growth in NFT sales, and it's still growing even stronger. And what's really exciting for us is how VR is going to explode next year, with Apple bringing out a VR headset. One of our competitors, Sketchfab, was just acquired by Epic Games. Epic is also investing massively into the metaverse, and obviously Mark Zuckerberg has been talking a lot about building the metaverse. But, and this is where we come in, the problem is this metaverse needs to be built. At the moment, there is no 100% dedicated marketplace for metaverse-ready 3D NFTs. And these 3D NFTs, they need to be interoperable across metaverses. In addition to this, there are hundreds of thousands of architects worldwide who have created amazing 3D models, but they want to monetize them and also have control of their IP around these models. How do you use these models? You can invest in them as collectibles, like we see now with the NFT art marketplaces. You can actually use them in VR and have VR meetings. You can personalize your own virtual world. You can build your own metaverse. So how does Metamundo work? We are building proprietary technology that allows 3D creators to upload their 3D models and then host them decentrally and convert those models into models that can be used across each metaverse. We'll be using the parent NFT file, and then we'll be creating child NFT files that can be used individually on each metaverse. We're bringing a huge network of already architects and designers on board to Metamundo. So we already have 20,000 followers on Twitter, 1.2 thousand followers on Medium, and we're bringing also on board one of the largest social network for architects in the world, and that's Arcello. In addition to this, we've partnered with Polygon to build the technology, and we are also in further discussions with Spatial to actually use our 3D models on Spatial for people to host meetings and events. Because we're actually providing this proprietary technology, we're actually charging a 15% commission on each transaction, and then we're providing technology for the collectors to actually license these models further, and also for future royalties for the creators as well. You may have seen some of these names. Yes, Foundation App and OpenSea, you can mint 3D models on these marketplaces, and we will be working with them, but their focus is not on making sure these 3D models are going to work across the metaverses. We're adding this extra level and layer of utility to these 3D models, and we're bringing this massive extra added value for the 3D creators. Sketchfab also has that technology, but then they're not NFT focused, and Epic Games just acquired Sketchfab for a large amount of money, and we want to be focused on the decentralized version of the metaverse. Our current roadmap is we've actually built the beta version of the marketplace that's currently being tested right now. We are raising a pre-seed private investment round this month, and in October we'll be looking to launch the beta version of the marketplace to be tested further. On the team, it's a team of experienced marketplace and blockchain entrepreneurs. There's myself. I actually was part of the founding team of Arcello, which is now the largest social network for architects. And I was also the founder of Crowdy House, which is the largest e-commerce marketplace for furniture makers in Europe. My co-founder, Finn, he was the product lead at Booking.com. And we have others that have worked extensively in blockchain and marketplaces before. We will be creating our own token for utility and governance, and that will be called Mundo. And that will actually allow us to bring people onto the platform, but then also to govern the platform, and also the creators that we'll be adding, and the 3D models that they will be adding to the marketplace. And in our pre-seed round, we're looking to raise $360,000. So I'm very happy to speak to anyone after the call if they're interested in, or they have any other investors that they would like, that think they could be interested in NFTs and marketplaces. We'll be using this to complete and launch the platform, going towards our public sale. I'm looking forward to any questions.
Perfect, Mark. Thanks a lot for your presentation. And I know that Jonathan Habicht from Moonrock Capital was specifically waiting for your pitch, postponing the next meeting. So Jonathan, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute.
No questions from me, but I will definitely follow up later after this event, because I really got to jump now. I got another meeting, but I definitely wanted to hear this, and thanks for your presentation. Thanks, guys.
Super, happy to hear that. Thanks a lot, Jonathan, and thank you for staying with us and even being late for the next meeting. It's very sweet.
All good. Thanks, Nelly. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, any questions to Mark from Metamundo? Tracy, on?
So no questions from me, but I'm definitely interested to follow up after this.
Perfect. Perfect. You see, that's the case when you don't have questions, but you have interested VCs. Amazing example.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm very interested in these projects as well. I would like to follow up. And I was wondering, have you ever heard Meebits?
Meebits, yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you're like a 3D creator. You give them some infrastructure to create something like Meebits, like that, and also the marketplace.
You have Meebits and you have like Ready Player Me, where people can create their own avatars which are interoperable across metaverses. We are providing the tools, the marketplace, and the 3D creators to actually build the metaverse. So there are other avatars. There's genies. There's Meebits. There's Ready Player Me, where you can create your own avatar. But now we need to build the metaverse. So we're providing those tools, and they'll be models, 3D models from high-end quality architects and 3D creators.
I see. So I was wondering, when did you start this project?
So the idea was formed together with my co-founder 3 months ago. In 3 months, we've built the team, an established team of, like I said, blockchain developers. We have already started collecting interest in terms of people signing up to join the platform, and we already have a shortlist of 5 top creators that we will launch with. And we're now close to finishing the build of the technology.
Thank you. And is there anyone in your team have crypto experience?
Yes, so myself, I actually launched back in 2017 an ICO crowdfunding platform called BigX. And then our CTO, he built that together with me.
Okay, then I will definitely want a conference call with you later. Thank you so much.
I'm super happy to hear that. Thank you, Tracy. You know, my face muscles are already in pain because I'm smiling when I imagine how many introductions I will make afterwards. Mark, thanks a lot. Great pitch. And I know, guys, we extended our usual 1.5 hour time, and we are more than 2 hours here already. But Tracy, usually at the end of the pitching session, I ask investors to give some advice or recommendation for startup founders. And today, if I may specify the question, make it less general. So can you share your experience? We receive a lot of questions from tokenized startups about valuation, because if for traditional equity startups, valuation is more or less clear, how to calculate it, how to make it properly adjusted. So for crypto projects, especially first time in the tokenized business models, it is a little bit complicated. Can you share your advice on how to properly calculate valuation for tokenized startup, please?
Okay, well, I think calculating valuation, you really need to consider a lot of factors. For example, your project's concept itself, and whether it's a very good timing, is it popular, and how many users you can actually bring to your ecosystem, and how many partners you can actually get on board. There are so many factors, so it will be a little bit complicated, will be case by case. But when you design your token economy, I think the things you really need to know is for each different round, the vesting schedule, if it's different, then usually the later one will have more favored vesting schedule because the investor actually pay more than the last round. That's the point I want everyone just to pay attention. Thank you.
Great point, Tracy. Thanks a lot. Indeed, we see some cases when early investors get benefits from great pricing, indeed, and great vesting, short vesting period, and then later investors higher price and long vesting, which is no sense actually. Yeah, so
it's not fair.
Unfair. Yep. Let's be fair. Please share your wisdom.
Yeah. So I completely agree with what Tracy said, and I'd like to add to that we need to make a distinct distinction between developed startups and non-developed startups. If you already have some kind of tech that you developed, if you are in a more advanced stage than just a presentation, then it will influence the evaluation a lot, of course. And beside that, I think that the team has, at least for me, has the biggest value. If the team has the knowledge and experience, and you would be surprised how many blockchain or crypto-based projects do not have the right experience or knowledge. Actually, it's like we're back in 2017 right now, when we were in the ICO craze, and we noticed when we analyzed projects at Cointelligence, we noticed so many teams that don't have the right experience, CTOs that never developed one line of code for anything related to blockchain or crypto. And they did have the past experience with previous for previous industries, but it doesn't work that way. And that's another very important part. And the team will influence the valuation a lot. And obviously different aspects, if the team has a past experience with a similar project, if one of the team members has specific abilities, let's say with regards to marketing, and I always like to see at least one core team member that is related to the marketing, that has solid experience with marketing for blockchain or crypto projects, because it's a complete different ballgame. And I'm a marketeer. I didn't mention it before, but my background is marketing. I own a marketing agency for many, many years. And I see a lot of times that marketeers in our industry think it's the same like marketing for traditional markets. It's completely different, completely. The third and last point that I will discuss with regards to the valuation is, do not copy paste from other projects, and then when you're being asked for the valuation, you don't have good answers. Because if a co-founder is starting to consider the answer when I'm asking him about the valuation, it's a red flag for me. It's a bad sign. It's completely fine if you want to say that you're not sure about your valuation and you think that it should be 1, 2, 3, and so on. That's completely fine, especially with very early stage startups. But if you just give an answer because you copy pasted from other projects and you can't even explain why you did it, that's a big no for us. That's in a nutshell. Obviously, I can talk about this for hours, but that's not. We don't have the time for that.
I definitely want an interview with you, and I'm sure I will catch you up shortly and make it finally, and would be perfect even to do it together with you and Tracy. So just to summarize, team, marketing, and of course, not copying valuation. And guys, while preparing for the pitch sessions, sometimes founders ask me to share the examples of good pitches. So it's not for copy paste, it is additional disclosure. It is for example, but not copying the other's valuation. Very good point, amazing one. Tracy, thank you so much. And all the founders here, thanks a lot. I don't want to keep you even more longer. I know you are tired after 2.5 hours session. We will follow up shortly with all the investors. I do it today without going to sleep right now after the session. And to the founders, I will come back latest tomorrow. But of course, I will try to do it even now, making all the intros. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to announce the big deals coming after these sessions, and great luck to everyone here. Thank you, and Tracy, one more time for sharing your wisdom. And thank you, founders. Amazing job, great pitches and great projects here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Have a beautiful afternoon. Bye-bye. Bye, Tracy. Bye, Mark, Alexei, Sergey.
Bye.
See you.